Waterloo ήταν η πρώτη εγκατάσταση που χτίστηκε για να βοηθήσει τους ανθρώπους που έχασαν τα άκρα τους στον εμφύλιο πόλεμο. Hi folks, John Wacko Golfin reporting from an area known as Tower Hill, here in the capital, Freetown, of lovely Sierra Leone, and I'm with Mary, who is the sister of Father Femi Adamopoulos that we're visiting.
Right. Yes.
And she's an educator by background, right, Mary?
Yes, I am.
Born in Alexandria.
Born in Alexandria.
Together with Father Femi.
Amen.
And then what happened after that?
Well, because of political unrest, our parents left Egypt, left Alexandria, and went to Australia. And that's where we've been all these years. We were educated in Australia. Everything that, all our lives were all about Australia.
Hi folks, John Wacko Golfin reporting from an area known as Tower Hill in the capital, Freetown of Sierra Leone, and I'm with Father Themi Adamopoulo, who has, with his sister Mary and King David, established a facility here in Tower Hill that dates back, Father, from how many years now?
At least 10 years.
10 years, 10 years. Now, Father, your sister Mary explained to us that you were born in Alexandria.
Yes, we were born in Egypt.
In Egypt?
Yeah.
So you have African. You have an African origin.
I was born in Africa.
It's terrific.
Consequently, I can honestly say I'm African in that
Yes,
sense.
you're a doppio. You are a resident of
African soil. Yeah.
Of African soil.
Yeah.
Father Themi left about 20 years ago and went to Nairobi.
Right.
And
right.
in Nairobi he was there for 10 years,
Yep.
and after that he came to Sierra Leone. And about 7 years ago I also came to Sierra Leone.
Oh my goodness, 7 years.
Left Australia, left my school, left everything, and it's been good. It's been a challenge at
Yes,
times,
yes.
but it's been good. The people of Sierra Leone are wonderful people. They need a lot of assistance. They have many, many challenges, and that is the reason why Father Themi and I are here.
Now, everybody will be interested in what you did in Australia before you became a priest. Will you tell us about that a little bit?
I was basically at university studies.
Yes,
I finished Melbourne University,
yes,
and I think what you're referring to is my rock and roll days.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, that was part of it as well.
Yep.
During the late 60s, early 70s, the so-called post-Beatle generation.
Right.
And that was for about a year or two.
Yeah, 12 o'clock. Yeah, the place is packed.
Yep.
And then moving on to conversion in Christ,
Yes.
which took place in the early 70s,
Yep.
which then led me to theological studies in the United States,
Right.
and then coming back to Australia to teach at a seminary in Sydney,
Right.
and then basically from academic life to being influenced by Mother Teresa and
Yep.
the great work she was doing.
Wow.
So I
Yeah.
thought that while the academic life was great,
Yes.
because I was teaching seminarians, but nevertheless I felt that what Mother Teresa was doing was far more noble and far more helpful to humanity
Right.
than being just an academic.
So she was actually your inspiration.
Absolutely.
So why don't you just tell us what facilities are available here in Tower Hill, and we can go for a walk. The camera will follow
Okay,
us, and
all
you
right.
can point things out for us.
Well, let's first of all look
Yep.
at the building here.
Yep.
And this building is only just newly finished.
Yep.
And on the ground floor, we have a kindergarten.
Right.
4 different classes.
Wow.
And what I've done is I've got what they call opening walls and closing walls.
Oh,
So-
like with the sliding doors.
Correct.
Yep.
So that we can have 4 classrooms, or in any way change it around
Right.
to have 2 or 3
Yep.
classrooms.
And tell us a little bit about what led you to Kenya, right? Because that's where
Well, you know, I realized that if you're going to serve the poor, you're not going to do it in Australia.
Of course.
I mean, the absolute poverty that we don't have over there.
Right.
But the absolute poverty, third world poverty, you come somewhere where you will find that.
Yep.
And obviously Africa is a top choice.
Right.
So I got the permission from my Archbishop in Australia to go to Africa.
Right.
So I started off with the Patriarch of Alexandria,
Right.
who was then at that time Petros.
Yes.
And I said, look, I'm here to work in Africa. Where shall I go?
Yeah.
And basically Kenya, because Kenya had a seminary already there.
Ah.
Yes,
Okay. Yep.
Makari was the third seminary.
Right.
And so I could use some of my academic skills there, at the same
Got it.
time work with the poor.
Got it.
And
Got
so
it.
that was a good marriage, so to speak.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you actually lectured up and coming priests
Yes, in Nairobi.
In Nairobi,
Yeah.
and then you did just mission work with the poor.
And then, of course, yes,
Yeah.
and then do mission work with the poor.
Right.
So that was my basic training in missionary activity.
The first floor,
Yep.
orphanage.
Orphanage.
But it's
right.
not running as yet. It's
Right.
not running as yet. So the kindergarten hasn't started as yet
Yep.
because you need to complete
Look at
the
this.
playground.
The playground over
So
here.
we can't open anything until we complete the playground. So this is what's going to have artificial grass, swings, sand
Wow.
pit. We're going to have deckings. We're going to have climbing walls. We're going to have towers, houses.
That's better than my kindergarten.
Absolutely.
So what sort of capacity do you think the orphanage will have
40,
once it's
about
operational?
40,
40.
yeah.
And the kindergarten's
40,
about 40?
yeah, yeah.
And the third floor? What's on
That
the third floor?
Archdiocese.
Oh, Archdiocese offices.
All the Archdiocese offices are all upstairs.
In the morning, let it shine. In the night, let it shine. Everywhere, let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. In the morning, let it shine.
After 10 years or so in Kenya, I looked around and I saw that Kenya wasn't that bad compared to some other African nations.
Right.
So in searching for poverty, I discovered Sierra Leone that had just gone through like a 10-year war here.
Yes, of course. Yes, the civil war was. Yep.
The country was destroyed completely.
Yes.
At the time, it was the poorest nation in the world. There was-
Really?
Yes,
In the 90s?
in the whole world. By
Wow.
2002,
Yep.
2003, this was the poorest country in the world.
Is that right? Jeez, I didn't realise. I
As a
didn't know
result
that,
of the
Father.
war, as a result,
Right.
they have killed each other.
Yeah.
My friend here, King David, just
Yeah.
narrowly escaped
Yeah.
being killed, just narrowly,
Yes.
by the skin of his teeth. Otherwise,
Wow.
he wouldn't be with us right now.
Wow. And of course,
The church.
Church.
The church was there before this building, obviously. So the church is of Saint Constantine and Helen.
You're under the Patriarchate of Alexandria,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Yep. Okay.
Africa, yeah. Part of Africa. I love your Africa, yes. Yeah, la 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 na na na. Yeah, la 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 la.
It was an easy decision to come here.
Right.
I went to the Nairobi consulate of Sierra Leone, the embassy.
Yep.
I actually met his brother,
Right.
King David's brother,
Yep.
Abdul, and we spoke about Sierra Leone. He realized the work I was doing in Kenya,
Yes.
so he said, look, you come with me, I'll take you straight to the president.
Right.
And that was the case. He took me straight to the
Oh,
president.
that would have helped a lot, right?
Absolutely,
Father?
absolutely.
Because
from then on,
it was-
I became like a friend to the president.
Oh, this is good.
And whenever I needed something, I would just call. He would allow me to come and see him.
Yes.
And I had his support.
Yes. Forgive me, Father. Which president was that? It was
Koroma.
Koroma, the one before,
Just
the
before,
current
yes,
one.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I have to develop now a new relationship with
yes.
this one.
Yep. Okay.
So we're going to invite him, of course. But it's
Yep.
always good to have good relations with the state.
Of course.
You know, render
Of
unto
course.
Caesar what is Caesar's.
Yes, yes, because then you'll get the support
You get a
you
support
need.
and not
Yep.
financial support,
Yep.
but at least the moral support
Yes,
that
yes.
any missionary needs, any missionary.
Coming and helping us from abroad. May the Lord our God remember our visitor John. May the Lord our God remember everyone in your prayers.
What we want him to do is also, if you look across, that's our housing quarters. The women live downstairs.
Yep.
So any woman that comes here and volunteers, she'll be downstairs with me here.
Yep.
And upstairs, all men.
So we're talking about 3 buildings, right? This one,
Yeah,
and
this one,
this
the middle
one,
building,
and the top
and the
building.
top building.
Oh, this is very good.
Yeah.
And what's its total capacity, do you think?
about 9 people here.
Yep.
Here, about 4 or 5 people. It's about 13, 14 people.
I looked around to see what the needs were, and one
Yep.
of the needs were all the people had arms cut off, legs cut
Oh,
off.
of course, yes,
The
yes.
victims of the
Yep,
war.
yep.
So we decided to get a group of them and start helping them.
Yep.
And then I got land in Waterloo for them to go and to develop a compound. Basically, we took a whole group of people that were squatting in the city
Yep.
and took them up to Waterloo and established them there.
Right.
And from there, that compound grew to become, to have a clinic, a church, to have a very modern kindergarten now, a double-story, very beautiful house, a school,
Yes.
staff premises, volunteer premises, as well as a clinic, and now an orphanage.
Right.
For 2 years we've had this beautiful orphanage, 16 kids there.
That's terrific.
So that's the infrastructure of Waterloo.
Yes. There is actually another campus, right, or another location. Tell us a little bit about that. That's in Waterloo.
The Waterloo location.
Yeah.
Waterloo started as a compound for the disabled. That's how it started initially. Father Femi built them a village, he built them a school, a clinic, and we've got all these things there. Now we've also got a dining hall, we've got a church there. Now it's about an hour's drive away from Freetown. There's also an orphanage there.
There's an orphanage in Waterloo?
That houses 15 children.
15 children.
From the
That's
age of
excellent.
3 to 14.
Terrific. And school? You mentioned a school?
We've got a kindergarten there
Yep.
and a primary school.
Primary school. Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
So
Very good.
our next project will be a secondary.
Secondary school is the next stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Here what happened was, we looked around for land near the city, because this is at the heart of the city.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the acropolis of the city.
Yes, I've noticed how high up it is.
Tower Hill.
Yes.
So from here we can look out to the whole of the city,
Yes.
basically.
Yep.
In fact, right up here is the Parliament and State House.
Oh, of course. We went to the State House yesterday.
Right, that's where the president is.
Yep. So all of that got developed?
From nothing.
From nothing.
From nothing. This was a hill
Yeah.
full of, as I say, thorns, bushes, rats,
Oh, jeez.
insects,
Yep.
everything. Snakes. It was all here. What happened was we just brought tractors and just sort of
Yeah, and just
leveled it all out
Yep.
into 3 stages.
Yes.
Cutting the cake, so to speak.
Yes.
So we developed level
Yep.
1, level 2, level 3.
Yep.
is the clinic.
Oh, here,
Yeah.
this glass
This glass
building.
is the clinic.
Oh, very, very good.
Yeah, it's got the consultancy room,
Yep.
the waiting room, and the medicine room.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
So can a couple of doctors be here at any one time? Is that the right
Yes,
number?
Yes.
Yep.
And we just had 2 doctors from Australia, Dr. Joanna Sen and Dr. Liana, who came from the Gold Coast.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
they spent a whole month with us.
Yep.
And that's where they've been. They come to this 2 days here, 3 days in Waterloo.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
But at the
Very
moment,
good.
we've just hired a local doctor, Dr. Sanko,
Yep.
and he's a local Sierra Leonean.
So that's the first local
Yeah,
medic
and
that you've got. What do you think the future holds for Sierra Leone? How do you
Sierra Leone,
for Sierra Leone?
well, it's going to go up.
Yep.
Already, I mean, things that were not here 10 years ago are now here.
Yep.
We hardly had any electricity 10 years ago.
Yes.
Hardly any.
Yes.
Now it's far more regular.
Right.
Water supply, I mean, we had to struggle for water.
Yes.
Now it's becoming more regular.
Right.
The streets were just a wreck.
Yeah.
Now we can, like, to go to Waterloo 10 years ago, honestly was a very big problem.
Right.
I mean, we had to go through slippery mountain slopes, this,
Yep. Mud and
terrible,
just-
terrible,
right,
just
right.
to get there. Now it's a smooth,
Yeah, it's a divided
smooth,
road. We saw it.
yeah,
Divided
it's-
road.
yeah.
Might be busy, but at least you
you
can move.
You're not going to die.
Yeah, you're not going to die. Jeez, Father.
Just to go to Waterloo.
Okay, the academy. My goodness.
Yeah, everything is locked at the moment.
Right.
But it's got all the lecture rooms are upstairs, another lecture room down here.
Yep.
The offices are here.
Right.
All here.
This is wonderful. And what sort of capacity do you think the college
Well,
will
we
have?
have now at the moment over 150 students.
Are you really?
Yeah.
And they fit all in here.
Because I have sessions we start at about 12:30, and we have sessions then, and then we have sessions in the afternoon from 4 o'clock to 7.
Oh, that's
So
excellent.
we
Yeah, you cater for
try and
people
keep
who
up.
might work or...
Well, we do. We mainly cater for people for teachers who are working right now and who are untrained. So we're training them up.
That's
And at
very
the end
good.
of 3 years, they get their diploma. And we are registered with the commission here, the Education Commission, and we are also registered with the National Board of Examinations. In actual fact, we write the examinations for the early childhood
Wow.
national exam.
Wow. So do you think tourism will come back to Sierra Leone?
Sierra
What do you
Leone
think?
has a bad publicity record.
I know.
It
Yes.
has not yet achieved the image of the Blood Diamond film.
Yeah,
It
it
hasn't
hasn't-
been able to get past that.
Yes, I
So
had to
a
shake
lot
it.
of a lot of people who come here really pray before they come. They think that this is like the most dangerous place on earth. They're going
Yes.
to get their hands cut off. They're going to get their head chopped off. And that image is still there.
Right.
I really believe the Ministry of Tourism
Yes.
has to do a lot to overcome that.
Yeah.
And the other problem that exists here is the airport.
Right.
You see, by the time you come from overseas, you think you've landed in Freetown. You haven't. You've landed 4, 5, 6 hours away from Freetown.
Oh, jeez. I didn't realise it was that far away.
Yes, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
If
So it's
it-
another expedition just to get in.
It sometimes it's shorter to go from here to Brussels than from Lungi to here.
So you were telling us before that early childhood is the place to focus, right? When you're first building a school.
So what we need to do is to build a lot more kindergartens,
Yep.
a lot more preschools, a lot more early childhood
Yep.
institutions to make sure that the children are getting the right foundations
Yes.
from the very beginning, because it is foundations.
Got it, yes.
We build up the foundation. That's why we're training teachers for that alone.
Understood. If there are any other school programs throughout the country, you could train up the teachers here
Correct.
and send them up.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, this is
That's what
wonderful.
we're doing,
This
yeah.
is wonderful. Mary?
And I even go up country.
You do?
And I do training. So
Well-
that's the only way I can see a little bit of the country as well.
The main reason we came here is basically to obey the words of Jesus, which is to go to the whole world and preach the gospel, as well as to feed the poor, to feed the sick, to take care of those who are homeless, you know.
Right.
So, and the orphans and the widows. So that is our calling.
I've got to say, Father, I was sufficiently impressed to see the local priests and local deacons, because when I contrast that to Australia, there isn't an Aboriginal priest in Australia, at least not one I know of.
I think they're mostly Greek.
Yeah,
Yeah, Greek origin.
that's right. So I think part of your mission too is to develop a brand of orthodoxy that is local.
Absolutely.
Right? A Sierra Leone
100%,
Orthodox
that's
person,
100%.
not a Greek Orthodox person,
No.
dressed
But it's
up.
still Greek Orthodox in
But-
its doctrines
Yes.
and in its liturgical
But
outlook, but it has a flavor which is African.
yes,
It has
yes.
to have that African flavor.
I saw that today with the replies and
Yeah.
people's hands, very
The
expressive.
hallelujahs.
The hallelujahs, because we don't have this in Greece,
When I
right?
go back to Australia, I try it, but I get silence. So I stop.
It's very non-Greek, isn't it?
I know.
So that's definitely the African
Yes,
flavour that I saw.
100%.
I'm so happy that you showed us around. You're a dynamo.
I don't know about the dynamo.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on the work that
Thank you.
you've done,
Thank you.
and Kaloriziko
Oh,
of your
thank
new
you.
house.
Yes,
And
yes.
God bless your work.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now we're going to put Father Femi on the
oh
spot.
yes, very
Okay,
much so.
we'll
You
talk
should-
about-
You should do that. He's,
Terrific.
he's good on the spot.
Yeah, okay, marvellous, marvellous. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
So, Father, may God bless
Thank you.
your
God bless
work
you,
and,
I wish you
Mary's
well.
work and King David's work.
I wish you well with your journey.
Thank you
throughout the
very
world.
much, Father.
And I hope you stay safe.
Not a problem. I will, Father.
You say you want some comedy?
Yes,
All right, let me give you some comedy.
yes.
They asked Socrates, what kind of food does he enjoy eating the most?
Yes.
And he said, the one that other people buy for me.
Well, let's go and do that.
The angels are responding. People are responding in a very positive way to the nativity of our Lord Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Actually, the Bible says, "For seek gladly already with the word of Lord and Savior Jesus Christ."
Omulangira Yesu